you doing? This is the second week of our class. I am Chocolate Amun Ra, and I'm here to bring you the message. Understanding of who we are, understanding it ain't about them, it's about you. And understanding thyself, understanding your power, understanding your mind conception, and be aware of the illusion that is captivating around us. I'm talking about Amun Ra, and if it's the first time you watching this video, I want to say thank you very much. You can subscribe, or you don't have to subscribe. But if you're watching this video, and I tell a lot of people, I really don't want you to follow me. I know that's a misunderstanding, but if you could take the messages that I send out, take it, spread it, cross-reference, right? Cross-reference to the things that I'm saying and doing. Remember. So understand, gods and goddesses, it's not about being racist. It's not about being a bigot. It's about knowing you. And if you got to cross those sands to find out who you is, so be it. And if you got to cross those sands knowing that our people done what they've done, you got to cross those sands. And here on my page, you got to know, I need to know, and I'm going to tell it. And when you do realize what and how this system of things work, and why it went the way it went, and why it is going the way it's going. Listen, last week I left off on Mentellect. This is this organization that I told you before I was studying and I like them. But we're going to continue on where I left off at. Let's get right into it. Class is in session. Base gods and goddesses, peace. Here we are, in front of the monitor. Here we are in front of the monitor showing Mentellect. Now, I have a problem showing other people's work. I truly don't. Because a lot of times they can navigate their work better. I'm just basically a bridge. Okay? Understanding the information that I'm about to present to you. I've told you in history and in the past that I'll be showing you different documents on different issues, topics. Topics very important. So please get your pencils and paper. Please, I give you time to get your pencil and paper. Matter of fact, you should already have your pencil and paper already because we already have done class before. So you should know that you get your pencil and paper. But I will remind you, get your pencil and paper because I do want you to do cross references. Okay, I don't want you just take my word for it. Get your dictionary too. Get your dictionary just in case you have to look up some words, just in case you don't understand. Without further ado, this is Mentellect. The documentary Mentellect. Superman, the real account of his. Okay?
I see that S symbol, which is the serpent, and that five-pointed diamond, which the diamond comes out of what? Your diamond comes from what? Coal. And what is coal? Coal is carbon. Who are the first carbon beings on the planet? Black people. You are the carbonite beings. Diamonds come out of coal. They say Superman comes from another planet. Right? I always question the fact, do black people come from Earth? And I said no. Black people can't come from Earth because they don't have any origin of where black people come from. They've been lying to us, telling us black people come from that. Well, this is the new line now because they didn't think nobody would start asking the question. They said something stupid like black people came from apes, but then I proved that can't be true. Just from the features, the genotype and the phenotype alone proves black people can't come from monkeys or apes. They don't know where black people come from, but they know where white people come from. They know where East Indians come from. They know where Asians come from. They don't know where black people come from. They can't trace black people's genetics back to this on this planet. There's no origin of black people on Earth. Why are you treated as an outcast on Earth, black man and black woman? Because you are extraterrestrials from another world. Look at your hair. Look at your skin. You can't see that? You can't see that you're an extraterrestrial. Look at your hair. Nobody has your hair, your skin, no nothing. So you would be an alien. How is Superman an alien? He look like the white man. He look like everybody else here. The Superman would be the person who don't look like everybody else here. The East Indians all got the same hair. The white man, the Asians, they all got the same kind of hair. They all move the same and things like that. The only one who is vastly different would be this Superman. Would be this black race of people, the black man and the black woman. Your hair, the way it grows, your face, your skin complexion, everything is different. Nothing is the same. The only thing is in common, you got a heart, you got two legs, you got two arms, but the internal is definitely different, and they're not going to tell you about that. Some of your genetics is speeding up, so that super genetic is kicking in because it is within the chosen few of our people. That goes into the story or the account of the 144,000, those supreme people here on Earth. Those ones who are descendants of those God beings on Earth who would carry that super power or that super intelligence, those people who would start to evolve toward those gods on Earth, those supermen and those superwomen on Earth. We have an affinity for that S and that diamond. Why do we have an affinity for it? You'll see basketball players, the Dwight Howard was wearing it. You'll see, what's the guy who was running, I forget what his name is, the track star running. We have an affinity for that. Black men wearing Superman shirts, black women wearing Superman shirts. Why do you think we got an affinity for that symbol more than the white man? Because we know we have some sort of energy or some sort of connection with that. Some sort of solar connection with that. It turns on something in you. When you've seen black men as action heroes, being the heroes and things like that, and having superhuman strength and things like that, it turns on something in you. It triggers something in you. It triggers something in you that you're supposed to actually be going into or evolving into. But you have to see things first. They don't want you to see these things in society. They don't want you to see a black man being the hero. They don't want you seeing a black man doing extraordinary or superhuman things. They don't want you seeing that. They don't want you to see the black woman doing that. They don't want you doing that. It triggers something in you. It unlocks something in you. Something that is extended in you. A memory that is extended. And it will unlock that junk DNA that you say, that the scientists say is useless, that is not for anything. It is for you to become those extended people, those supermen and those superwomen. That is what that's for. The power starts in the mind, and you trigger something in the mind through that pineal gland, through the DNA, or that junk DNA, which starts these extra capabilities to kicking in. That we are a super race of people. They know that. That's why they want to keep our people down. That's why they want to keep you in your place. That's why you are an outcast. You are an outcast, black man and black woman, because you're not part of the human race. That's what racism is about. You are a race of God. You are not part of the Caucasians, the Eastern, and the Asians. You have nothing to do with these people. And they don't ever want you to wake up and realize that. But y'all refuse to be that super race because y'all walking around here afraid.
Okay, class. I hope you got a good understanding on exactly what is being told and explained to you and who you are. A lot of you don't want to accept it. It's understandable. A lot of you can't accept it. It's because you're too institutionalized. But when someone is breaking down what it could seem to be the truth, why you don't think about doing research and try to figure this thing out? Is it because you're lazy? Or is it because someone in your family told you this is what it's supposed to be? What if it ain't what it's supposed to be? What if your history, it is not the way it's supposed to be? Now, according to history, men and women of melanin, black people, quote unquote, we are the origin. But let me ask you this question. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, why they haven't told you, or since some of you are so intellect, when you went to school from first grade or kindergarten, however you want to look at this, from kindergarten all the way to the highest grade that you went to, that they tell you that the black man and the black woman is the origin of this planet. Why they have not tell you this? This alone, this information right here, what I'm speaking to you about, that should wake your mind up in the first place. It took me many years to my mind to open up, because I always let you know that I come from the background of Jehovah's Witness, Christianity. I also went to different churches and learned certain things in different organizations here and there. But it was a void that was empty. So I prayed to the Creator and asked, I need help, because I don't belong here. I don't belong there. See, you can follow these institutions, but still don't know who you are. The truth of the origin of your purpose. Who are you? Who are you? Understand this. If they chose not to tell you who you are, listen here. It's just easy. We can say over and over and over again. If I don't tell you as a baby who you are you going to know who you are? Now mind that moment for a minute. You a grown man, a grown woman, captured, brought to another place that you don't know nothing about. But you still had education, because where you was at, you had all the education you needed. But now, you was taken from your home, your land, and you got to reconstruct this thing all over again. But this is what they tell you. You can't learn how to read or write. If you do this, we take your life. Some of you heard this story before. It's in many different slave books, many different movies and documents. But some of you still have the audacity to choose not to understand who you are. And I showed you here on Mentellect how they feel about you. Now, of course, now we live in society in 2017. They're saying, oh, well, we all in one big melting pot. Right? Pay attention. We all in one melting pot. This is what they want you to believe. So you cannot rise in believing in yourself. You cannot rise in believing that you are God on this earth. They don't want you to think like that. Especially religion. Religion don't want you to believe in yourself. They want you to follow. understand the conception, what I'm telling you. On Sunday, we supposed to be all together, am I correct? Why? You see more separation on Sunday. Go to the churches, all these wonderful, beautiful churches. But find out, sit down in the churches and watch how people sit and migrate together in the church. Find a multicolor church. Please do. Find that. Sit down, go there, write this down. Please write it down. Then sit and watch and observe who sit next to whom. If you see two whites, blacks, whites, and they all communicating with each other, right? Then, when the church service is over, continue observing when people leave. Who begins to move and shift? See who begins to ask. Do you want to come over to our house and have dinner? Would you like to come over in our house and so we can continue a discussion that we was just about the services? Or we just all there to pretend, you see? Who we fooling? Who are we fooling, brothers and sisters? Don't you know? Now they got this platform that if you discuss or mention certain things out of these 4 subjects I'm about to tell you: money, sex, politics, and religion. These 4 things. Now, when you write those 4 things down, underline it, right? And tell me what money describes to you. Tell me what religion describes to you. Tell me about politics describes to you. Tell me about sex that describes to you. Write this down. When you write this down, you should have a full page on all these different descriptions on each one of these 4 words that I just gave you. Because now they use these 4 words and they'll go against you, saying that you either a racist, a bigot, or you are causing problems. That this was inside you, that this is part of your character. Don't you know they do these things now? This is how they can hide and use it against you as the black man and the black woman. They're using it as I speak. Oh, this is who you are? Here on Facebook and all these social medias, people have shown all kinds of activities and adversities and all kinds of behaviors. And now all of a sudden, they want to judge you on such things. Every year, someone come up with these concepts. Excuse me. Pay attention. It's keeping you from thinking or knowing who you are. Remember, you are a God on this earth. Evidence is all around you. They will use different tactics to stop you from thinking this way. And money is number 1, because money is their God. Don't ever forget it. In God we trust. Is it not? Behind the dollar bill. In God we trust. And then have a pyramid with the Huru eye, which y'all call the all-seeing eye, which that is not its conception. It's the Huru eye, which it comes from the conception between Haru when he was battling his uncle Set. Because Set had killed Osiris, which they were brothers. But I can go on and on with that story. But the whole seeing eye, then they transform it. If you go back to Horus, then if you go back to the African conception of Haru. Let's think about it. Think. Brothers and sisters, I'm Chocolate Amun Ra. This is part 1. We're going to get deep about this. Class.